without the kind of prices that a military jet normally would cost.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah. But it was on the 16, not the 16.
Now, because it's on behalf of the group at Strike Fighter Squadron 106, the Gladiators, it is my pleasure to introduce to you the United States Navy's F-18 Hornet demonstration for 2015. And with me from the Gladiators at VFA 106,
the opposite directions. You got one from the right and one from the left. They're going to be right here at Show Center. First pilot in the black jet is Mark Burgess, Lieutenant Commander, U.S. Navy retired, qualified in the selection. He's a 1990 U.S. Naval Academy graduate. He got his wings to gold in '93. Spent his entire career flying the F-14 Tomcat. He spent 2 years, 2000-2001, as the F-14 Tomcat demonstration pilot. In 2002 and 2003, combat over Afghanistan and Iraq with the F-31 Tomcatters on the USS Abraham Lincoln. He has over 3,600 total hours, 530 aircraft landed. See that other aircraft you're watching, the white and blue, just exiting the left, is flown by Bill Mills. His call sign is Pirate, also a U.S. Naval Academy graduate. He was the first Nugget aviator, that's a brand new aviator, to be selected for the FA-18 Hornet. Flew with the BFA 132 Privateers aboard the U.S. Coral Sea and Forcel, being named as top hook throughout his time flying. Went on to U.S. Navy Fighter Weapons School, Air Bar, doing combat, perform, and provide comfort, and became an FA-18 flight instructor with BFA 106 Gladiators, then at NAS Oceana Airshow, 3,300 total flying hours, 280 knots in their range. Aviation is a 501c3 non-profit organization comprised of all volunteers headquartered in Frederick, Maryland. The Warrior Flight Team performs at air shows across the United States, raising awareness of Warrior Aviation goals. To ensure this generation of veterans is honored for their service and receives career opportunities through our Wings of Opportunities program.
We can point out that the L-39 is the world's most popular jet trainer. Over 3,000 have been built and are used by over 30 countries throughout the world. There, Pirate has that VFA 106 Gladiators jet going up into a nice barrel roll in the NAS Oceana Airspace. It's great for him to be back on his home turf here. He's got a lot of time flying over this airfield. It's just a thrill for him to be back around this home turf for him. And back into the left, got Crunchy Burgess. He's in that Vandy 1 L-39. Let me tell you a little bit about that paint job. The black L-39 is painted in the colors of the Navy's DX-9 tested evaluation squadrons. It's known as Vandy 1. This paint scheme and the bunny tail insignia pays tribute to the men and women of the testing community and their incredible contributions to naval aviation. This squadron, which is the Naval Air Weapons Station Oceana, is charged with operational evaluation of the weapon systems and equipment of attack, fighter, and electronic warfare aircraft. The other aircraft flown by Pirate I have alluded to is the VFA 106 Gladiators. This white L-39 is painted in the colors of the Gladiators, based right here at NAS Oceana. It's painted in tribute to the squadron's history of excellence, dating back to 1945, when it was then known as the Bomber Fighter Squadron 17, BBF-17. He was on the USS Hornet flying F-6, F-5 Hellcats. Today, this squadron carries on the mission of preparing tomorrow's FA-18 Hornet air crews for the fleet, and they've been here at NAS Oceana since 1999. Starting a tactical portion of our demonstration, you can see Pirate in front, warming up, showing you tactical maneuvering. Tomcat pilot. That's the Tomcat pilot in the black Vandy 1 jet, the Hornet pilot in that VFA 106 aircraft. They are splitting out. They're going to check what they call speed and angels, their airspeed and altitude correct, turn into each other, and it will be a dogfight.
And folks, as you can see, the two aircraft are turning inbound now. From the right, Vandy 1. From the left, the VFA 106. White L-39. They're going to be heading straight into each other at a closing speed of around 850 to 900 miles an hour.
They merge in midfield, and it is fights on. Watch both aircraft pull up in what we call a one-circle fight. In this fight, the aircraft with the tighter turn radius is going to have the advantage. Keep in mind that in every dogfight, the ultimate goal is to get that offensive position behind the other aircraft. With the clouds being in mind, they may have to maneuver around those as well, but that offensive position is ultimately what they are looking for.
One of the phrases many of you have heard and used in the past is you lose sight, you lose the fight. The idea is to keep an eye on that enemy aircraft. It doesn't matter where you are in the flight regime. Now let me ask you guys a question. If it's a one-circle fight and if whoever has the tightest turning advantage wins, if they're the same type of airplane, aren't they just going to continue to circle around
Yeah,
forever?
you're bringing it exactly to the point, Robin. That's what I'm saying. Is the beauty of it. These pilots have these same aircraft. We're talking Tomcat versus Hornet in that cockpit. It's all they're thinking. They're going back to their training and their roots of what they've flown throughout their career, and it's really coming down to pilot skill at this point.
And you're going to be trying to exploit any problem that your enemy aircraft ends up coming up with. They're going to be looking at angles, at speed, at position of the aircraft, where the nose is, if there's potential energy or kinetic energy. All those aspects enter into this air combat maneuvering arena.
Back down from the right front, she needs to be in a bit of a defensive position with Pirate pulling in behind his wheel. Watch what Bush does here. Pirate still seems to be able to catch him. He does. What they're getting into now, Crunchy sees this position, is trying to force Pirate into an overshoot, entering what they call a rolling scissors. This is trying to force it to a neutral fight. You can see how they're rolling around that center as they kind of exit away from the show center.
These kind of maneuvers are also known as basic fighter maneuvers. Every fighter naval aviator is going to be taught and learn all of these maneuvers in order to put his airplane where it needs to be to take out the enemy. Now I saw Bill pop some smoke there. What does that mean?
I think that's a victory for Vandy 1.
Okay, Vandy 1. The dark aircraft won it on that. That's Crunchy, right?
That is Crunchy.
Crunchy versus Pirate. The Tomcat guy. But the Tomcat could always reach up and fold the wings back if he had to, or forward as the case.
Very true, and you can't win for losing around here. We got the VFA 106 jet, we got the Vandy jet, Tomcat versus Hornet. It's a tough call for who's going to win, and it's a tough call for who the hometown crowd wants to win.
Of course, in this case, it's Albatross versus Albatross.
Absolutely, same aircraft.
And really they're really not the same class of airplane. You know, it's a great trainer, but we're talking a Tomcat with over 20,000 pounds of thrust from the engine, 26 or 28, I think, versus this is about, what is it, about 4,000 pounds?
4,000 pounds of thrust.
Okay. That's correct, about 3,800 pounds of thrust coming out of those Hachenko engines.
They have formed back up from the left. You got Crunchy and Pirate showing you the Warrior flight team. Now what the Warrior flight team is doing, we are part of Warrior Aviation. We are working to bring awareness to the needs of our wounded veterans, and we ask your help in not only honoring these men and women in our society, but also for your assistance in making this generation the most appreciated and well-adjusted in our nation's history. Please come and meet the entire Warrior flight team, where you can learn more about Warrior Aviation and our veterans career programs. You can also visit us at Warrior Flight Team's website at warrioraviation.org. Once the aircrew comes back and brings the aircraft to a stop, we will have the black jet, the Vandy 1 jet, parked back by our tent on the left side of the crowd line. Please stop by, meet the team.
to find out more about our organization. And for right now, Priority Crunch are going to bring that formation back around from the right.
The L-39 that you see now are rated up to about 480 knots and can pull up to 8 Gs.
For those of us who are not experienced in handling Gs, 8 Gs would put us right out. We would go to the, it feels like you take a nap actually and then wake up after the Gs go away.
Not that I can say I've done this personally, of course. I wouldn't say that over such a loud system. But it is a nice refreshing nap, and some people will wake up with a little bit of amnesia. They'll not be real sure for the first few seconds exactly what happened. So there's a bit of confusion. That's why, obviously, like you're talking about earlier with Toby, that fighting to maintain consciousness, that G strain is just vitally important.
My rides in high-performance jets have left me asleep on a couple of occasions, and I wake up and I feel great. It's like,
good morning.
Oh, I'm in a jet.
I'm still here.
I'm about to puke.
That's very true, because I think the inside of these blue airplanes over here is a little bit familiar to you, and so you've experienced exactly what we're talking about.
Indeed, I have.
And from the left, Vandy 1 and the F-106 Albatross coming in for the break. I tell you, Rob, we had a flight on Thursday evening. It was a practice demo for this ATM, and I got to be in the back seat. It's been about 20 or 25 years since I've been pulling serious Gs, and we pulled about 5 to 6 for about 10 minutes during that workout. And I tell you, these days pulling 6 Gs for 10 minutes is a little bit different at this age.
Okay, I want to ask you, Pinch. Since I'm 67 years old, I'm older than you are. So, and my last flight to do that was back in 2010. It's been a while, but I got the sweats big time. And then before we rejoined the Delta in the Blue Angels, I used the bar bag. Did you get woozy or did you just get tired?
I didn't get woozy or tired.
You were lying. He's lying.
Take the microphone away and then ask him the question again.
I'll have you at the O Club.
Roger that.
Oh man, it's an incredible feeling to be very, very ill after being through a very high performance, violent ride like that when they're doing every turn to you, every which way but loose. But I will tell you guys that and ladies and gentlemen, if I had the chance to get in a jet like that again and pull Gs and know I was going to get sick because I'm prone to air sickness, I would still do it in a heartbeat. What do you think, Becker?
Absolutely. I don't blame you a bit. It's such a once-in-a-lifetime experience. I say if anybody gets the chance to do it, absolutely do it.
We are so pleased that the Warrior Flight Team is here, and Doug and Pinch, thanks very much. These guys are going to touch down. We've got some more airplanes to launch here with the Fighter Factory and also the Suffolk Skydivers, I should say. But you guys have done an awesome job. It's nice to see and get a little primer, if you will, on air combat maneuvering, ACM, or basic flight maneuvering, BFM. That means pretty much the same thing, right?
Absolutely, and I think the thing we enjoy most about bringing this little demonstration here is this is the skill set that is learned by all U.S. Navy, U.S. Air Force fighter pilots across the military. So the men and women here at NAS Oceana, they're practicing these types of maneuvers every single day on these training missions.
They, like Crunchy and Pirate, have to be pretty daggone good athletes, don't they, Pinch?
No, they really do.
Awesome stuff. Well, they're about ready to roll out. They'll be coming by so they can give them away. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in a nice round of applause for the narrators from the Warrior Flight Team, Pecker and Pinch, Lieutenant Colonel Doug Woodley and Bill Paisley. Thank you guys very, very much.
Thanks very much, Rob.
Good to see you. Good. Likewise, good to see you guys.
Act does logic. One of the best. It's got all the